I don't think most people grow up expecting to live alone. At least I didn't. For a long time, I assumed my life would pretty much follow a traditional path. But life doesn't always unfold the way we imagine. And while living alone certainly has challenges, there are also things I've genuinely come to appreciate about it. Today, I want to share 9 reasons why I love living alone and why this chapter of my life has taught me more about freedom, confidence, and self-trust than I ever expected. First, I can create an environment that supports me. I recently redesigned my studio, and it reminded me how much I enjoy creating a space that supports how I work and live. From lighting to furniture placement to organization to paint colors, I get to make those decisions based on what works for me. I have a studio light in my home office. A year ago, I would have never dreamed, and it's one of my favorite features now. Second, I make decisions faster. One thing I've come to appreciate is that when a decision needs to be made, I can research it, think it through, and move forward. For example, home projects like a kitchen renovation, being able to decide on the finishes and the colors and where the cupboards went. I love doing that. Or travel. I love solo travel as well, as business or traveling with friends. And it's nice to be able to check my schedule, see what works, and make a decision and go. Third, I've learned to trust myself. Living alone doesn't mean doing everything yourself. When something comes up that's beyond my skill set, I look for the professionals, the trades, the contractors, the experts. Asking friends and family for their referrals from trusted sources is often a great way to go, and you get to make some really amazing connections with people who are passionate about what they do, and that makes our lives easier. And the same goes for financial decisions, where I can look at what's important to me and make the plan accordingly. Fourth, I can pursue interests that matter to me, whether it's learning Korean, planning future travel, building my YouTube channel, or yes, even following BTS. I don't have to justify my interest to anyone. I also love stationery and my planners, as you know if you watch this channel. And I happily can order from Japan or Korea or Europe and really enjoy my collection and, again, not need to justify. We all have something that we love, and being able to pursue those interests matter to me. Fifth, peace and quiet are available when I need them. Whether it's recovery, reflection, or thinking, some of my favorite moments are simple. Coffee, a planner, a quiet morning, and a little time to think before the day begins. Life can get quite demanding and loud. Again, professional responsibilities, family caregiving. We often can get swept up in everything that has to happen outside. So when we have a quiet place to come home to be able to rest and recharge, that's really important, and I'm grateful for that. 6, I become more capable than I realized. Looking after a home, as I mentioned, being able to trust decisions, being able to plan ahead on projects, and create a safe and healthy environment that fits and works for me. Problem solving or caring for others, being able to trust myself and realize how much I can take on, but also find that balance that's healthy. Things we don't expect, but the more we handle them, the more experience we have, the more we realize all the things that come up. And yes, those repairs. So staying on top of things, learning to do a few things on my own and realizing when it's beyond my ability and bringing in the experts. 7, I get to design my own routines. When I work, when I exercise, what I eat, how I spend my weekends, and when I watch my K-dramas. So being able to design the life that works for me and make sure that I have that balance between work responsibilities, family, and recovery time, and enjoying the things that matter to me. 8, living alone has helped me understand what matters. I remember when my grandma in her 90s would say, "My friends don't call me anymore." And I said, "Well, Grandma, why don't you call them?" "Well, they should call me first." How many of us have thought that? Community does not happen automatically. So if by chance you feel you're not connecting with your friends, reach out, connect, get involved. Because just like we want to hear from others, certainly they want to hear from us. And so we have to nurture that. We need to call people, we need to make plans, and we need to stay connected, because what matters is sharing those experiences and nurturing those relationships. 9, it taught me that a meaningful life can take on many forms. I think the biggest lesson living alone has taught me is that there isn't one blueprint for a meaningful life. Some people build their lives around marriage and family. Some people build them around careers, travel, creativity, community, service, learning, or a combination of many things. But what matters isn't whether your life looks like someone else's. What matters is whether you're building a life that feels meaningful to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.